Hello everybody, welcome back. Medium Kim here. Nice to see you today. Hope you're doing well. I am going to talk about energy testing foods and supplements. When you're by yourself at the grocery store or be the crystal store, or maybe you're at Lowe's picking up paint colors, okay? So how do you energy test that to make sure it matches your vibration? And number two, what you can do if you have to take something that might be toxic to you. And what can you do to make it not so toxic, all right? So the whole purpose of this is to make sure we keep our vibration up as much as possible, all right? Because the more negative we have, the harder it is, the tireder we get quicker, okay? And also I want to say thank you again to the new subscribers, and also happy Easter and happy Passover. So I hope to have a day of silence. I'm hoping I can do that on Thursday. I like to have a day of silence at least once a year. I know it's so good for you. It really helps open up intuition and really helps bring you back into yourself if you get a chance to do that. All right, but you have to kind of plan it. All right, anyway, back to the energy testing. I want to just say that I have one of the books I like to use to check out energy testing of the meridians, of the different ones, is called Touch for Health. It's been around a long time. It shows you how to, each meridian, how to test it, and also what the meridian does. It's a Touch for Health, a practical guide for natural health with acupressure touch. So this is good. All right, so first of all, everybody is different. One person may be great with turmeric, another person may not. Another person may be great with coffee, another person may not. So we all have our own individual energies. And so that's why it's really important to energy test whatever it is that you're about to take into your body or buy or whatever. It could even be a new pair of shoes. You can energy test that. You can energy test colors, new clothes colors. You can energy test paint colors. If you're going to be looking at a wall, it will make a difference if you're going to be gaining energy or losing energy, or maybe it's a neutral energy for you. All right, so when you're by yourself, though, and you're at the grocery store, you can act like a pendulum. Your body can be a pendulum. And by the way, this information is from Donna Eden, my wonderful energy medicine teacher. I've also heard it from other people. It's not Donna Eden exclusive, but they talk about energy testing. Again, they talk about it in this book too. All right, so I'm going to stand up and show you how to energy test as a pendulum when you're by yourself. And by the way, I'm about to go on my walk, so I still have my walking clothes on, so I'm not as dressed up. Well, not that I ever get that dressed up, but I'm not as dressed as usual. So anyway, here we go. But first of all, before I start any energy testing, I want to make sure my energies are as good as possible. So I've done my daily energy routine. And when I'm at the before I go to the grocery store, when I'm at the grocery store or wherever it is that you're going, I do maybe some tapping, and I'm not embarrassed to do this in public. Maybe some people are. It doesn't bother me in the least. If you are worried about doing it in public, you can just rub. Okay, you don't have to tap. You can just make little circles and rub K27. That does the same thing, okay? Like massage it. And that way is a little more discreet when you're in public. You could do the same thing on the thymus. Just a little rub here. And it's again for the immune system, for the spleen, which helps metabolize all the energies around us, whether we take it in or whether it's in our environment, the people, environment, and foods. Spleen is really important. Okay, so I always do this before I energy test. And then stomach too. This is for grounding. This helps with the grounding, helps with making changes going forward. This is also good for travel, when you what is that, time zone changes. Stomach too, right here. Okay, so now without anything, I'm going to test in the clear. My hands are kind of just below my belly button. My elbows are in tight, and I'm giving myself a hug. Okay, and I'm going to breathe, and my body will be like a pendulum going either forward. I'm doing this on purpose now. Forward or back. Okay, and it may be just very subtle. You take a big breath in and exhale out when you have that substance right here. Okay, I'm going to do a few things here. I did it yesterday, so I kind of know what it might be, but let me just see here. Actually, I'm going to do some water. And I have two different kinds of water. One is just regular filtered water. The other water, and I don't know which one is which, I've mixed them up. The other water is reverse osmosis water, which is like they take out everything. It's the purified water, right? But I added some minerals back. So I'm going to see how that works today. I mean, I don't even know which water this is yet. But I'm going to test it. So I'm going to put it right here, just below my belly button. Breathe in. My arms are tight. And see what I do. I feel like I'm going backwards a little bit. A little backwards. I don't know which water this is, okay? We'll see. The Texas water isn't so good, so I don't know. I may not be getting a good thing here, so we'll see. Okay, now I'm going to do it again. Out of my belly button. I'm going to just see which way I go. I can tell. Oh. Okay, I feel more forward here. This is just regular filtered water. Interesting. Okay, the other one was the reverse osmosis. That is a surprise to me, guys. This makes me want to play around with it. I added minerals back. Yesterday that was neutral. Today when I added minerals back, it made me less. So I'm going to just see here. This is the filtered water again. Well, it's not great. Okay, I'm going to have to work on the water. Isn't that interesting? Now, I know probably broccoli sprouts are good, but I'm going to try to get that out of my mind. By the way, if you really like something, if you really like chocolate cake and you're going to energy test chocolate cake, you might be positive, okay? Remember, when you go forward, that means your body is in a line with it, or it's good. If you're neutral, it's just neutral. If you go backwards, it's negative for your energies. Okay, so I'm going to put the broccoli sprouts. I've grown myself, which, you know, they're the most potent, one of the most anti-cancer foods and high in nutrition. Okay, so I'm going to take it this way. Okay, I mean, right away, I already know I'm going forward. This is an easy test. I'm really going forward with this. That's a no-brainer. Okay, now vitamins. I've got 2 vitamins, and then we'll go on to something else. Okay, guys. This vitamin is the one I usually take, and I have energy tested it, but it's been a few years. Okay, I feel like I'm moving forward. It's not like a big move forward. You can also I'm testing the whole energy of the vitamin. You can also energy test with your intention. Also put 1 pill, 2, 3, 4 capsules, in your hand and do the same thing to see how many you need. Okay, now here's another vitamin. This one kind of makes my stomach hurt when I take it. It's a hair, nail, skin vitamin. Okay, well, let me just test this here. This is obvious. This is an obvious no. I'm going to throw that out. All right, guys. Now, I hope you get that. You can do that yourself and know what's good for you when you're out shopping. Now, what if you have to take something and you know it's toxic? So there's a couple things you can do. One, you can bless it. Even if it's bad food, even if it's like fast food or something like that you know is bad for you, but maybe you have to eat it that day, maybe you're traveling or whatever it is, make sure you bless whatever it is, and then that makes it more energetically aligned. There is a story, actually Donna Eden told us this, of a doctor she knew in Mexico. He was an oncologist. He would bless the chemo bags before he gave them to his patients, and those patients had way less side effects of the nausea. So it does make a difference. All right, another thing that you can do, if you want to go, this is a little bit more in depth, but if you know something's bad for you, you can energy test each meridian with that object, but you would need somebody else to energy test with you. But you could go, like for instance in this book, in this book it tells you how to test each of the 14 meridians. You can do the same thing, hold the object down here and energy test each meridian to see which meridian goes out with that item. We're talking about a food or a supplement. We're not talking about shoes or actually you can do this with allergies, things you're allergic to as well. Figure out which meridian it goes out, then you strengthen that meridian. so that it's less reactive to that object. And this very book does tell you how to strengthen those meridians. So that's another thing that you can do. All right, now, thank you. I hope this makes sense. Please leave comments and questions. And I have a lot more I'd like to share. My next video will be on, well, I have so many things at one time that I want to do, but my next video, I think I'll do a hospice story. And then I'd also like to talk about colors and how colors affect us and our vibration. So again, blessings to you guys. Thank you for being here. I hope you got the idea that we can energy test ourselves using our body as a pendulum. We can make it less toxic if we need to take something in with blessing the item, and also by strengthening the meridian that goes out with that item. All right. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.